5 to 10 million women in the United States suffer from an eating disorder. 1,000 of those women die every year. Before they die, they typically starve themselves. They feel fat, they feel unattractive, and they look like this. This woman is barely hanging on. She has sagging skin stretched over protruding bones. Without major interventions, the American media's portrayal of the perfect body will continue to encourage the rise of eating disorders among its citizens. The media's projection of beautiful through fashion, entertainment, and advertising industries encourages eating disorders like anorexia, bulimia, and compulsive eating in women of all ages. The government needs to step in to mandate appropriate media portrayals. The National Institute of Mental Health recognizes 3 eating disorders: anorexia, bulimia, and compulsive eating. All 3 have similar symptoms. They all are characterized as self-starvation, and they all distribute excessive weight loss. The symptoms of anorexia include intense fear of weight gain, loss of menstrual period, and feeling fat despite weight loss. In bulimia, secretive overeating is followed by purging through vomiting, laxative abuse, or excessive exercise. Symptoms of bulimia include out-of-control eating, frequent dieting, repeated episodes of binging and purging. Compulsive eating has periods of both anorexia and bulimia. The characteristics of eating disorder victims include denying they are hungry, anxious behavior, being consumed by thoughts of weight and food, obsessively counting calories, or exercising. Typically, these women are isolated, lonely, depressed, and there's a severe reduction in their social network because they are so busy making excuses for why they're not eating. The media projection includes fashion industry, entertainment industry, and advertising industry. In the fashion industry, shows like America's Next Top Model and Projection Runway teach us that sample sizes, traditional sample sizes in the United States, are size 2, size 4. Whitney Thompson, the America's Next Top Model winner for Cycle 8, was considered a plus-size model. She was only a size 8. The average American woman wears a size 14. Runway models typically are 15 to 20% underweight, and those models would have us believe that we have to be that thin in order to be as successful and happy as they are. Luisa Ramos, a 22-year-old model, has had bulimia, anorexia. She died of a heart attack that was specifically related to anorexia, 22 years old. She had a BMI of 14.5, when the normal BMI is between 18.5 and 24.5. 2 weeks prior to her death, her diet included lettuce leaves and Diet Coke for 3 months before she died. Here's a picture of Luisa at a press conference. Several weeks after her death, her sister also died from the same illness. In the advertising industry, we are bombarded, no matter where we go, we are bombarded with pictures of thin women, of diet headlines, lose weight, lose your gut, walk off 10 pounds, and commercials. Every other commercial is one for diet wraps or creams or supplements. They're everywhere. Everywhere we are told that the size that we are is not good enough. We have to be this scarily thin person in order to be accomplished and have a good life. The government needs to mandate a body mass index for fashion models, first and foremost. These women should not be allowed to be on the catwalk when they have a BMI like Luisa Ramos's 14.5. They should be mandated to have what is considered a normal BMI. That at least will discourage women from starving themselves in order to be on these runways. Another thing the government can do is offer grants and money to producers of these television shows that we love to watch to make programs using more realistic bodied actresses. The last proposed change that I would make is for stricter regulations on dietary supplements. Right now there are no regulations on dietary supplements, and they can be advertised regardless of FDA approval or not. In conclusion, the government needs to step in. They need to, this is an out of control epidemic in America, and it needs to be brought under control. Eating disorders don't just affect the women who have them, the 5 or 10 million women that have them. They affect our entire country. Before I did this presentation, I asked my children I talked to my children about it a little bit. And one of the questions they asked was, why don't these women eat? They don't eat because they don't feel like they're good enough the way they are. And just like any of us can fall under any type of disease, this anorexia, bulimia, and compulsive eating are all diseases that these women have fallen prey to. And are these girls in these pictures real? They are. They are real girls. And there are thousands more of them out there in the world who are waiting for the American government to step up and take control of this situation before it's too late. Thank you.